So we've been talking a little bit about discipline, and I was wondering if you could expand a little bit on some of the ideas that we've been talking about that difference between discipline as it is imposed on someone else, and the sort of self-discipline that we're hoping that kids eventually acquire through the things that we teach them and the ways that we try to help them.
I don't believe in trying to get a pound of flesh out of students. And whenever we use discipline that way, my goal is to help redirect and change their behavior, not to punish them. I feel like that when we have done even a halfway decent job at teaching young people that their rules and regulations and boundaries and parameters, then that sets the stage for young men and women to self-discipline themselves.
Where do you see the places in school where the adults in the building, the teachers, the staff, the administrators, coaches, are modeling that sort of self-discipline?
We can model it by the way we dress when we come to work. I think we can model it by being at work on time, being in the places that we should be. If we have duties or obligations, we should be where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there, because the children recognize that. We should be prepared to teach every day. Our lessons and all of that should be laid out and ready to go, because that's showing that you have enough discipline to be prepared.
There seems to be a leap that happens in kids, kind of a cognitive leap, usually around the beginning of that junior year, where they start to understand that being able to manage themselves, being able to control themselves, just makes life easier. What can we do in the classroom as teachers to facilitate that jump, that growth that they have in their maturity towards becoming more self-disciplined?
As the children get older, to try to help prepare them for that, I think it requires somewhat of a loose, tight structure. You still provide parameters and expectations, but you also create an environment where children are able to start to make some decisions, and instead of being directed so much by the adult, they get to make some decisions. But too much of either one can keep you from reaching the goal. But I think at this age, the students have to start practicing being able to manage themselves.
What advice or suggestions would you give to parents about how they can sort of emphasize things at home that would support the work that we're doing here in school in helping children become more self-disciplined?
One of the things that I would share with parents is that when their child expresses how much they hate a rule or an expectation, it would be really powerful for parents to say, you know what, that's an okay feeling to have. However, there are going to be rules and expectations that you're not going to like your entire life. But we have to follow them. And and look at what we're doing as more of a life lesson instead of something that we're trying to do to hurt children. Because I believe that the parents can help tremendously with children sorting out how they should feel and how they should approach problems.